Okay, and we're back for some more Sonic Unleashed. I do apologize if you hear like any clicks or whatever. I'm trying my best to make sure that they don't come in to the video, but it is what it is. I record via OBS and it kind of records like a few seconds beforehand, so that's pretty much why if you hear that. I could, again, try to just record in one big session, but yeah. Also, something about the Xbox and PlayStation copies of these is you can at least skip the cutscenes. I don't think you can do that in the other versions. I tried, but it didn't seem like it worked. Skippable cutscenes are like a goddamn safe haven. Also, I realized that my volume in the last video was pretty low for the game volume, so I did turn it up this time to make sure if maybe, just maybe, it's good enough. Because I never really know exactly how loud games are, and plus, to be fair, the Sonic Genesis project is already kind of fucked anyway because of Sonic 06 being what it was. So yeah. Anyway, to explain pretty much how this works is X and Y are your attacks, circle is grab, X being, of course, you know, your punch, and then Y being, well, X being slash, and then usually Y being like heavy slash punch type things. So yeah, think light and heavy, there you go, and you can kind of mix and match the combos and what have you. This right here, of course, gives you Unleashed bar, which is right there on the bottom left above your life bar. You can use that to eventually gain like faster attacks, and then just I think you might get more defense. But either way, it's relatively self-explanatory. Also, keep a lookout for doors like this. You also can do combos like you can in other hack and slash games like God of War and you know the like and what have you. So you know, try that out. You know, try whatever combos you can do. I think starting off, you don't have like a lot of really big combos, of course. You only really have just the ability to rely on these. That little thing above those guys' heads, the little icon above their heads, that's basically signifying that they are able to be grabbed and go for a quick time. Now, depending on how high their health is, will determine whether or not they will break out of your quick time event faster. Meaning that if you attack them when their health is like pretty dang high, when they're a little bit more tanky, what will end up happening is you'll have to do the quick time a lot faster. You have to be like a lot faster with your quick time controls. Because if you're not that fast, you're going to lose out on it. Also, if you want to get S ranks and such, time doesn't really matter that much when it comes to the Werehog stages. It's more so that like rings and points kind of go for that. Different combos don't really give you like different points. It's just a matter of just killing the enemies and what have you. And going for, you know, quick time events and trying to kill them faster. Also, Werehog stages are pretty good for getting medals, so if you're really missing out on some medals and you really need some bad, I would suggest going for, instead of just doing random, like, you know, Act 2 stages work wonders too, but I would suggest going for something like along the side of like a night stage or whatever and just using that. Also, yeah, as you can see, you can pick up enemies when they're on the ground if they happen to fall down. Enemies like this that are a little bit bigger than just like the smaller types are a little bit tougher to pick up if you were just to pick them up randomly. So having them knocked down on the ground is a little bit more preferred in order to get them to get grabbed. You can grab two little fellas, though. And you can grab them like this. You can press square to throw them. You can press triangle to do this. You can press circle to do this. And let me try grabbing two again. Fuck. Well. Make sure you grab the XP points, those yellow things when they drop, those yellow diamond things, because if you do happen to miss out on those, they will eventually disappear, and that will not be cool. Yeah, you see, that's just, like, a little bit faster than it was last time. And then, just to kind of showcase this guy here, you can see it gives me way more time, and it's mainly because, like, he has a lot lower in health. Which, back then, I didn't really know that, you know, because I was kind of dumb. Also, you can dodge roll. And also, yeah, life is a thing, too. So, yeah, RB is, of course, you know, unleashing your move and getting more strength and just attacking faster. And then LB is, left bumper is block. And you can, you know, block and then move with stick. No, it's A. It's A. That's what it was. Not move with stick. What am I thinking of? So yeah, there's a lot to explain, but like I said, it's relatively explanatory. Rings also count for your life, and yes, in my opinion, I do think this is way better than Sonic. Boom. Well, I never really played Sonic Boom, but I do think this, this is definitely one of those things where, like, it just feels like it just would work better than what Sonic Boom looks like it works. I can't say anything too much, because, again, like I said, I haven't really played it. So, yeah. Also, you can press A to climb faster, much like, again, like God of War and stuff, which is the obvious comparison, but I think this game still kind of holds up pretty well on its own, just as a beat 'em up in general. And I just recently finished going through X-Men Origins Wolverine on Hardcore, and I just uploaded the first episode, but I'm done with gameplay. It's just gonna take a while to... It's gonna take a long time to finish commentary, because those videos just take fucking forever to render. There's only 5 chapters, but each, like, chapter is, like, an hour long or so. But that's also a pretty decent hack and slash. Yeah, see, if you grab enemies like this, there's a lot of the time if you try to grab enemies like this, if you're like me and trying to go for a crit time event, but it doesn't work, they'll be a lot harder to grab onto, and then you'll have to, fight back, essentially. This right here, this glowing thing right here, just gives you your shield back. You do lose shield, much like in Sonic the Fighters, where you just kind of lose shield over time if you're getting attacked with, while holding block, of course. So, yeah. Something to not really be too worried about, because Sonic Unleashed is at least fortunate enough to be nice to you when it comes to gameplay and such. It's not... The Unleashed stages are really not that hard. There's some that do get a bit tricky in terms of combat and just platforming, but I would never say it's ridiculously too hard or whatever. Honestly, I do kind of enjoy this. Something to keep in mind is when you're spinning, make sure you hold down Y and you hold down the heavy button instead of just pressing it. Because if you press it, then it's gonna not work. You have to actually, well, you pretty much have to hold it down to keep it going. Which is fine by me, I don't mind that too much. God, I love this game. It's just so fucking good. And it's saddening, too, when people just write it off as, like, a bad Sonic game. Which I think people nowadays are starting to kind of finally come around to it and say, like, it's pretty good. Because I remember when I played it, I didn't like the night stages either. I kind of thought they were boring and long. I was also under the assumption, like, I don't like these. But then eventually it kind of grew on me a bit, And that's all it really takes. Oh, that's the thing you can do. I think it's Y and then A. I don't remember. But yeah, I'd say try to go for quick time kills as much as you can. Also, dying in the Unleashed stages, like, I think does sometimes get you from losing your S rank, but not all the time. Day stages, though, yeah, if you die in day stages, you pretty much will probably not get an S rank. Most of the time. Now, for damage, taking damage, I believe, does kind of go into your ranking as well, if I'm not mistaken. So that's something else to kind of be careful of and be wary of. Yeah, you can also just walk on these things, too. I believe it's... I could have sworn it was. Huh, that's weird. Maybe I'm... I don't know. I guess I did forget how to do, There it is. So I think it's square. Yeah, it's square, square, then A. And then you can do combos in air. Not many right now, though, because, well, we don't really have much. Those book things, I forget what they're for, but they're there. Also, do make sure you try to collect, just a decent amount of rings. You don't have to collect every single one you see, but if you see, like, a pack of 10, or just, like, a good group of rings, I'd say collect them anyway, if you're going for score. Also, there's some metal back there. Again, I will not be 100%ing because I do not know where everything's at, and I will probably not be doing every single stage. That basically includes all of Act 2. We're just going to be doing the main story stages and probably nothing else. If I happen to do a secondary stage, then so be it. But I'm not going to rely on them too much. We're just sticking with, like, what the game wants me to do. Grab some XP. Also, if you're new to Sonic, wow. If this is your first time ever seeing a Sonic game, then goddamn. You've missed out on quite a lot over the years. This is certainly not the first and certainly not the last evolution of Sonic. And this is going to probably, ruin some jimmies here, or rustle some jimmies, but I think, personally speaking, that a Sonic Unleashed 2 could work, if done properly. If the The hacking and slashing sections, you know, the warehouse sections were just a little bit less stiff and sometimes janky, and then the, you know, the day stages were a little bit more often than what we have here, because you do end up playing a lot more night stages than you do. Yeah, that's just a thing that just happens. At least it feels that way. But yeah, you tend to kind of just play more night stages than you really do day. Which sucks, but it is what it is. What can you do, right? Try to grab this guy. He's just not wanting to get grabbed. 'Cause I wanted that. I'm hoping that my damage will be subsided from the amount of, you know, combo potential, I guess you could say, that I've gotten from this. Also, some things do give you power-ups. Like right now I have an attack power-up, which basically just makes me have extra attack. You'll see, you'll know what it is when you see claws as a power-up, and that'll basically just signify, like, yeah, you can do things now. If something like this is kind of out of the reach, just do, you know, punch, punch, jump, and then you'll probably get it that way. Here's another little fun thing about Sonic Unleashed areas, is sometimes they have little puzzles that you have to solve, special gates that you have to solve, and what have you. They're not that ridiculously hard or anything, so most puzzles in this are just far from what I would consider anywhere nearly difficult. There's some that might get you a little tricky, or might be a little tricky, but, you know, for what it's worth, I don't think there's anything too bad. Alright. Another sun medal. We're missing one moon, and we're missing 2 suns. Not bad, considering the fact that we're almost relatively close to beating this level. By the way, these stages will be about 15, maybe to 30 minutes in length. One more sun. One more sun, and then we're done. We can move on with more progression. Just trying to see if there's anything in here. Nope. Yeah, check vases, or vase, if you want to call it that. Vases. Check whatever, you know, just check around areas. And make sure that there's no extra potential metals that may be lurking in the shadows. I'm not going to grab the rest of them. Yes, my kleptomania is killing me right now, but I don't think there's any reason to grab just everything in sight. Sonic. 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 Sonic-kun. Get out of here. Okay, motherfucker, die. I'm trying to see if there's anything I can grab onto. Nope. Okay. So if you do fall off, you can just grab these ledges to make it faster on yourself. And I'm just going to pretty much just do this. If you see that little, you know, green glow thing, that basically signifies that you can grab onto it. Make sure when you're trying to climb down, you just hit down. That's how you climb down. It's really not too bad when it comes to platforming and climbing. Sometimes the platforming is a little bit ridiculous, but for the most part, it's pretty alright. Alright, one more medal for Moon. And then we're done with that. Let me try to go up here. Yeah, hitting A while climbing on sections like this just does not work the same way as if you were on a pole or whatever. So, keep that in mind. I think the last medal is... Yep, there it is. There's a life right there. You can use these guys for platforming sections. That's how that works. Last moon medal, and we're basically done. Of course, when it comes to poles, make sure you're facing the opposite... Or facing... Your back is facing toward the direction you want to go. That way it doesn't screw up. And done. We lost out on the experience, though, but hey. Because I don't think it's going to respawn anywhere at all. What's cool about this version of these games, you know, the PlayStation, Xbox versions, is you can hold like LT or RT, or you know, you can hold the bottom triggers to run. As with, yeah, I got a defense up there. That's what that green glow is. Let me try something here. Attack up, defense up, and then unleashed. But yeah, you can basically just run by holding triggers instead of just double tapping up. Also, when this guy jumps, run away, because that's why. And then whenever you get the chance to go for... Fuck, I hit... I'm thinking of, Nintendo-wise for that. Just gonna grab as many points as I can, because this guy... Yeah, the enemies do tend to kind of kill each other. If you do mess up a quick time event, it will have to basically be reset. You're pretty much just gonna have to do it over again. Fucking A, he destroyed my shield there. Let me see something here. I'm just trying to go around and get as many, you know, just whatever I can. Whatever I can pick up on. Yeah, if he knocks you away, that's very dangerous, because if you get knocked on the ground, you're just gonna take, it's gonna take a while to get back up. And it's just not worth the trouble. Trust me. And there you go. Boss is down. And now we're gonna have to basically go on to one of my least favorite stages of Sonic Unleashed. And that's pretty much the 2 tornado sections that you get, but I hate them. But yeah, Sonic Unleashed Werehog stages. I keep calling them Unleashed stages. I don't know why I keep doing that. They give you a ton of stuff in terms of levels. So we're going to go ahead and upgrade combat. And now we learned a new skill, which is the donkey kick combo. I'm going to upgrade strength. I'm going to upgrade my life. We're going to upgrade my unleash. And then my shield. And then I'm just going to upgrade a bit of Soniku. And then probably go for more skills, I'd say. New egg, buster, whatever, flying double punch. Alright, we'll read about those later, because you can read about them. And what have you.
Hey, Tails. Sonic?
There we go.
What are you doing out here?
Sonic, is that really you?
It does kind of pay me to watch these cutscenes, though. Because I just want to get into the goddamn action. I'm sorry, that's just the way I am. I see these cutscenes a lot, so. Well, you know, if anybody thinks that Sonic cutscenes are terrible, or writing is terrible for any of the Sonic games, as much as I love Sonic Colors, I have to admit, that's definitely one of the patient zeros of that, that's for sure.
I know someone who might know
When it's about bad writing and just terrible dialogue, then that's a pretty good place to look.
over at Spagonia University. I came to this city to gather some data. If we add that to his research,
I think Sonic Colors is still one of the best Sonic games there is, but yeah, Baldy McNosehair is not a really funny. It's more of it's so unfunny that it's funny
my Tornado 1 will get us there
in the way that they didn't expect it. You know, I don't think they intended it for that to be, you know. Yeah, I don't know. It's just ironically funny, I guess. Ooh, baby. I will also be uploading these as much as I get the chance, but I'm just probably going to have, like, 2 a day and just have these things scheduled for uploads instead. So if you think I'm doing these videos on that day and uploading them on that day, except for these first 2, which is being done on August 5th right now of 2023, if you see these videos, then they're most likely like on the same day, but I will try to limit myself in terms of public uploads. So also, I have no idea how the fuck Sonic even stands on these fucking things. When I flew on a plane, I was terrified, at least for the first couple of plane flights.
I've got this one, Sonic. Tornado. Battle mode engaged.
But I guess when you live a life of adventure and nothing can stop you, and you're just running at the speed of sound, and you can basically just fall down, land on the water, and essentially, for what it's worth, live. Then yeah. Okay, so you have a shield on the left, energy on the right. I think energy is your amount of firing that you can do, your bullets and stuff. So basically, all these are is just, you know, quick time events. And luckily, I've kind of learned a few of the things. Ah, fuck, I fucked up. Yeah, if you do fudge up, then it will cause you to miss an attack. If you follow a line like that, then you're fine. Alright, I gotta get the Nintendo controls out of my brain. So Y is on top. X is basically my square. Okay, okay. I think I've got it. I think so. But yeah, this is pretty much what these stages are. You just fly around and then just hit buttons when, you know, buttons kind of come up. And you gotta be, you know, quick. I'm not the greatest when it comes to rhythm games, so I am pretty much just gonna end up kind of just fucking a lot of things up here. So that's just gonna happen. That's just the nature of my gameplay. Imagine if I did get into like a rhythm game. That'd be, I mean, I have Muse Dash, but I haven't really played it much. And I have, you know, Crypto. No, Cadence Hyrule. That's what it is. It's the Crypt game, but Zelda. Yeah, we pretty much just sit and wait for a while and just let the game kind of play itself. It's not that these are bad, it's just I don't like playing them that much. It's a decent pace breaker, but when a game already has like sections that essentially break the pace themselves, you know, night day type thing, then yeah. Having a section like this just kind of comes out of nowhere. There's only really like 2, unless you count like extra missions. And, you know, yeah. They're not terrible, just I kind of want to do something else. Just not in the mood, that's all. It takes me a bit to read. I usually don't hit the buttons when I see them. I have to read out the full thing and then do the combo. I'm weird like that. If I'm not mistaken, I think there's like a achievement for getting a 100-hit combo. Which I did get on the PlayStation version, but I don't think I got on... I don't think I got on this one. And then here's the boss fights. These ones are pretty cool. I like doing these sections. Ooh, my stomach. Alright, after this video, I'm going to check to see if the audio is, like, if the gameplay is too loud versus my commentary, and then turn it down that way. I know, I probably should have done a test run, but it's me we're talking about. And it's a Let's Play, so it's fine. So what's cool about these boss fights, and I actually do like these ones, is that where after a while, eventually, you know, they'll open up their weak spot, and then you can attack it. What? I was gonna say I don't know which one it is. But yeah, if you do mess up a shot, what'll essentially happen is you'll lose out on a little bit of energy and just have to wait a few seconds to kind of just realign your shots. It's fairly annoying, but it is what it is. What I find irritating is this. Not being able to see them before it's too late, essentially. Fuck! I almost fucked that up. Oh, wow, I fucked that up. Here we go. Make sure you land all 5 shots in there before he closes. If you don't, that's fine, because he'll eventually just reopen anyway, and then... I forgot which one I had to hit first. Don't worry. Egmund Man is almost dead. Come on. Okay, maybe there's not a 100-hit combo one. I don't know. Maybe it's for later stages. Yeah. There you go. You're pretty much done. Like, I can hit as many buttons right now. It's not going to do anything, so... It's not going to... fuck up anything, or whatever. Oh, ow. My neck is so fucking crispy now. It's like, had to walk outside for like a good few days. B? What the fuck? What do you mean, B? I took no damage. I practically hit every shot. I guess I just wasn't fast enough with my shots, huh? Oh, hell yeah, we're in Spogna now. Cool. Spagonia. So in these, you know, you can do this. You can just kind of like jump around and then press the attack button. I kind of don't like Spagonia because it just fucking... You come here a lot, and I feel like you don't do a lot of things in here. And on top of that, trying to find the medals again. It's kind of weird. For some reason, I don't know why, I have this strange urge to want to play like Mario 64 or something along those lines. You bitch. There's clearly a medal over there too. You just don't want to move, do you? Couple of ruffians up there. Ruffians. Yeah, we can't go to the day areas yet. We can't do any of that. We can't do any of the stage stuff. If I'm not mistaken, I think this one... No, it's Empire City then. They has, I think it has Rooftop Run. Let me make sure that everything checks out. Just taking a look around and see if there's like anything I could probably miss. Okay, you can't go that way, so... Let's just get this over with. While we're here, let's go talk to the professor.
What? Professor Pickle's been kidnapped?
Or not.
It was a little bit before the tremors hit. This old man showed up with a whole pack of robots. They carried poor Professor.
I wonder who that could also be, even though I just killed him like a minute ago.
Can't be.
That sure sounds like Eggman. What a horrible thing to do. We've got to go help that professor guy out, and fast. If he got kidnapped that long ago,
Fast is his middle name.
I'm hungry by now. And if I was that hungry, I don't know how long I would last. I'd rather be dead.
Yeah, he's basically just literally just a cartoon character at this point.
I'm sure Eggman is feeding him. Even he's not that cruel.
Okay.
One of the Eggman things I saw was him like walking in and saying something like, I think it was from Sonic X, and he's like, you know, have no fear, Eggman's here. And then they're like, how the hell did you get in here? And he said something like him being like a bar of soap, and and he slipped past the guards. All right, we gotta meet him in the next town. Let's just go over that way, I guess. Yeah, I don't think we can really do much here right now. I just want to get, you know, a lot of this crossing over. Wait, what? Oh. Yeah, well, I'm trying to talk to Tails. Oh, ask around town. I remember exactly who I have to ask. I don't know. That wasn't much. That wasn't much help. Huh? There you go. I know. Chip, shut up. Yes. Let's go. Might as well just go there now and just, you know, do whatever we need to do. If I don't have anybody to talk to right then and there. Okay. Yeah, this would be a good stopping point to kind of end off on then. I think we talked to the chief or something. Somebody like the head of the village. But, yeah. So, this will be it for this episode. I really hate ending it off because I kind of want to just, like, continue on and do things. But we're going to have to because that's just how this works. So, again, as always, you know, I hope you all enjoyed watching this little series, this fun little series. That guy's waving at me. I'm just going to talk to him real quick just because. Hang on. Oh, yeah, so that's a thing. You can take pictures of, like, people to kind of exercise them. Alright, whatever. I think this guy does not tell us anything anyway. Yeah. I know I said I was going to end it off, but I can't. I don't remember who knows, but I don't think it really matters. Alright, so I think we had to do stages. Yeah, like I said, you know, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time when we play some more Sonic Unleashed. And as always, take care. Well, everybody.